Hey guys, welcome back to another team builder this week. Well, it's week 4 of the PBO with the Wichita Weaviles. As you guys can tell, I am very tired and super scuffed, and that's why there's no face cam, because I look like shit. Not that I look super great before, but you get the idea. A little more ASMR vibe maybe, I don't know. But yes, this week we are facing off against the Frederick Klefkis, a former enjoyer of the PBO from last season, just like myself. And he has one hell of a team, as you can see on your screen there. I was gonna say below me, but y'all can't see me, right? So anyway, in front of your faces, his team is Great Tusk, Thundurus-I, Bronzon, Umbreon, Flapple, Stantler, Azumarill, Talonflame, Venomoth, and Glaceon. Oh, and Sudowoodo, so much for using and properly. Anyway, as you can see, he does have the Goemon Great Tusk of this generation, crazy powerful. He has some HUD hitters like Flapple and Azumarill, true. Even Talonflame kind of packs a punch. For his Terra captains, he's rocking the lower tier captains. So he has two Terra captains with 2 types each. So first things first, we got Flapple here. Flapple is rocking the Dragon and Fire Terras. It helps him hit some Steel types and whatnot with the fire shit. Okay. Up next, for the second one is Glaceon, and Glaceon is rocking Ice and Water. So much better defensive typing, just like the Avalugg we faced off against the other week. Okay. So that's that. I feel like our matchup's pretty meh. I think in theory his matchup is way better. Practically, I think we should be able to overwhelm him and be quite a nuisance to him. So that's kind of what I think. I don't know. It's kind of a well, my brain is like hella slow today, but whatever. You get the idea. I think Tusk kind of Shimons us, but I think we have like a lot of soft checks, which is good. I think Thundurus with Nasty Plot Up also kind of Shimons us, but we'll figure it out. And Flapple hits like a bitch no matter what. So all in all, let's see what we've cooked up this week. So first things first, we gotta bring back Camo. We gotta bring back Camo the Crocodile. It's not very exciting set. Flamethrower, Hyper Voice, Slack Off, and Roar. Unaware, EVLA, Easy Breezy. 248 HP, 252 with a Bold Nature under the Defense stat. Then we got the 8 special attack, doesn't really matter. So basically, this guy is our soft check to well, soft check is how do I say this? Basically, this is a Talonflame switcher. It's kind of how it goes down. Because Mr. Klefkis here is a big fan of like Stallbreaker, Talonflame. So like Roost, Taunt, stuff, Abuse Flame Body procs. You know what I mean? Which is obviously good, right? So this like beats it. This obviously beats SD Talonflame, Bulk Up Talonflame, because we have Hyper Voice, and Hyper Voice does like 30% to max HP Talonflame. So it's like a 4 KO, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. I believe it. What's the isn't it 24 16 PP? Ah shit. Well, if we take over his Roost turns, it's pretty good, So it's not bad. This also helps us deal with like DD Terra Fire Flapple. Same idea. Hyper Voice does a decent chunk to it. So yeah, we also rock the Roar because I do not want to deal with like anything. I don't want to deal with DD Flapple. I don't want to deal with SD Talonflame. Like if stuff hits the fan, click Roar, get out of dodge. You know the vibes, right? Good stuff. Slack Off because we gotta stay nice and healthy. Yeah, this is just overall kind of just a soft check to things. We are bringing some hazards this week, so Roar X hazard is also very nice. Yeah, and Flamethrower is just obviously stab. It also helps us beat things like Bronzon, right? Like Iron Defense Body Press Bronzon is a real potential, and that this helps us like navigate that as well. So yeah, it's not nothing too spicy. if he doesn't bring Terra Blast on Glaceon, then this Mon can also kind of just sit on Glaceon, which is cool. But if he wins Terra Blast, it's a lot different as well. Yeah, that's about it. That's what I got. It's not too exciting. It's not bad, but it's for sure just it's kind of a do 30% of things, roll them around, slack off Resident on a Wetmon. Okay, next up I should say, I guess we'll just get her out the way. We got Sailor, the GOAT, she's here again. Wow, what a surprise. We're running physically defensive, max HP, max defense. Wow, bold nature. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same shit. Leftovers. We actually do need leftovers this week, unlike last week, where we ran heavy duty boots. But we need lefties this week because Flapple's really hard to switch into. Just as a premise. Same with Headlong Rush. If this is like offensive Tusk, like not Banded Tusk, because Banded Tusk is just Shamonin, but that's different. If this is just offensive Tusk, Headlong Rush, like if it's like Soft Sand or something, like I'm gonna need leftovers to live 2 with Protect and stuff. So it's hard. It's a hard matchup. This is also our best answer to Thundurus. Because Hyper Voice does like 50%, which is like obviously like not bad. So we just have to get there. I think his Thundurus set though, if it's Nasty Plot, will be Nasty Plot, Thunderbolt, Focus Blast, U-Turn. I don't think he's going to Volt Switch this week because I have Treads. I have an insane ground type, so yeah. So Thunderbolt only does like 35% max roll, so this then special defense kind of takes out on nicely, but it does 50% back. This one shots Tusk. Physically defensive helps us take on Tusk better. Helps us check Flapple as well. I did a bunch of fucking calcs for Flapple. I did like obviously Choice Band Hustle. I did Choice Scuff Hustle. I did not Hustle DD just because like I know Klefkis is quite a veteran in the draft scene. Okay, so he knows what's up. Like if you don't have to run Hustle, don't run Hustle, you know what I mean? If +1 Outrage kills everything, like maybe you don't need a 80% accurate Outrage, right? So I did a bunch of calcs, so I feel like I should be equipped. Worst case scenario, he brings Band. If he brings Band, it's gonna get a little messy because, well, it's like Walking Wake, right? Like from the first week, it's messy because it's hard to switch into. But once we figure out his Band, like obviously we have a Fairy type, we have some Grass resists. It's not great, but we have some. DD Hustle is also very scary to switch into because at +1 he's essentially a +2, and so it's a little messy. But anyway, with that we'll figure it out. We are rocking Baton Pass though for the last move because he has Umbreon and Glaceon, which both get Wish, and so a lot of this game, I think this game could devolve into a Wish passing war, and that's really scary. Not scary, but really like boring and very tedious. Tedious is a good word for it, right? It's like last week against Vaporeon. It's like nice, but once again, Sylveon is comfortably slower than Umbreon. And Umbreon in general is kind of hard to switch into. It's hard to be utilized against me, I think, because if that thing gets status, there's no heal bell, so it's status for good, for example. 2. If it's specially defensive, we'll get to the calc, but we have Haxorus, and that thing takes a lot of damage, for example. And if it's physically defensive, then Sylveon beats a 1v1. So you get the idea, right? Like we have a, it's a good mod to use, but it's just harder to use in this matchup. And obviously, I think he's gonna bring it because who wouldn't bring that Wish Passer against my Wish Passer, right? I mean, he does have 2 Wish Passers, so you could just be Glaceon, and then fuck me, I guess. I don't know. So anyway, yeah, it's pretty standard stuff for Sailor this week. Pretty standard stuff. It's not exciting. Sorry. It is turbo scuffed. It is turbo scuffed, sorry. Look at that, Sailor. Success. Okay, so there's that. So next up on the list of threats on his team is Mr. Azumarill. Because I've been 6-0'd by fucking Azumarill too many times in my Pokemon career to, you know what I'm saying? Like, go on the ladder, belly jumps in your face, Aqua Jet, outplayed, right? Like, it sucks. But lucky for us, we have the one-stop shop to say fuck Azumarill builds. Because Azumarill also was turbo nerfed, doesn't have knockoff and shit, like its move pool was on shit, so. We got Quillfish here. We got the guy, we got the kid. So, we are rocking. We're back at it again with our, I guess, physically defensive X. Put a bunch of EVs into places for Quillfish so he can be maximum OP. It's basically where we're at. Because last week, he showed up in spades. Holy shit, he was smurfing last week. Good for him. Like, this guy's been, he's kind of the MVP, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, Sailor's the GOAT because she's coming every week and she's the GOAT, but so far, Quillfish is truly an MVP. Anyway, so this week we're rocking Gunk Shot, Liquidation, Haze, and Spikes. Nothing too spicy. Intimidate, Black Sludge, Eaten. Again, not a big deal. We're rocking 228 HP, 20 attack, 208 defense with an impish nature, and 52 speed. So, this EV spread is a little specific, but kind of not. So, first things first, we are rocking a lot of physical bulk. Right? It's going to help us with Intimidate, take on Azumarill, Talonflame, Flapple, Bronzong. You know what I'm saying? Well, assuming Bronzong's not rocking a psychic move. Also helps us like take more hits from Mr. Sudowoodo and stuff. So, just in general. I also believe we can take one Earthquake from Great Tusk as well, which is kind of cool. Kind of cool for sure. Yeah, so it's just physically offensive. He's a pretty physically offensive team this week, with the exception of like Thundurus and Venomoth and Glaceon, right? So, yep. The 20 attack investment is specific for Azumarill. So obviously Azumarill, I want to kill Azumarill. I don't want to play games with Azumarill. I don't want to do anything like that. So our 20 attack investments let us kill Azumarill from 75% min, which is Belly Drum X Citrus Pop, right? Makes sense. And then we are rocking 52 speed. 52 speed, that's a subspeed, any kind of Azumarill variant. And then we are rocking Haze this week, right? So we'll just run Haze, and then we'll just Haze the Azumarill. And then Azumarill is so useless, which is really good. Very good, very good. So yeah, that's Quillfish this week. Kind of just a Azumarill check. If we can get spikes up, I want to put spikes up. You know what I mean? Haze, Liquidation's fine too. I think this mon I mean, this mon will perform well. It's also Intimidate, which is really OP against Flapple, because Intimidate basically, not basically, Intimidate helps us take hustle boosted hits much better. So that's really good. Okay, my mic is on. That's good. So yeah, overall this mon's just pretty generic. It's just here. It's not bad. I think it's pretty good this week. It also takes Venomoth hits, not super well because it's tinted lens, but it can do it. It can take 1 or 2, so that's kind of the Quillfish set. Okay, then we got. Wait, is this the debut? I was gonna hype my mon up. Hell yeah. Okay, then we got Sorino coming off her crazy good debut. Crazy good debut. Crazy good. That's all I have to say. So Sorino here is back again. Very similar set the last time, except that we're not running a lot of speed. So rocking the 248 HP, the 252 bold nature on the defense, and the 8 special attack. Nothing too spicy. We're rocking heavy duty boots this week because rocks will come, and my spin, like, obviously you guys can tell, you guys can see, I have treads, but like, I have a giant spear when I get treads, but basically I don't know how much value treads is gonna get this game. So we're gonna be in boots no matter what, because because he does have rocks, and his rocks could just stay up for a lot of the game. I don't know when I'll get opportunities to spin. I think it's possible, I just don't know when. That makes sense. So anyway, we are rocking Revelation Dance, Air Slash, Quiver Dance, and Roost. As you guys can see, we fork on Hurricane because turns out when you have +1, Air Slash does a lot of damage. Well, does comparable damage to Hurricane. When all you need to hit with Hurricane is super effective mons, right? So that's kind of the vibe. I don't want to miss Hurricane. That would suck to lose a game based off that. This is not max HP Rillaboom where like I actually want to kill it in one tap or something. This is oh look, Great Tusk, which I probably have a Quiver Dance up because I can Quiver Dance on Great Tusk, with the exception of Banned Great Tusk. You know what I mean? So yeah, his team in general is pretty weak to this mon. I'm not gonna lie. Great Tusk gets fucking cooked. Thundurus-I, like we're Quiver Dancing, right? We're Quiver Dancing, we're boosting our special defense, so we can take this on. Obviously, if it's a nasty plot, it's a little scary, but it's like once we get to +1 speed, like we're faster than most things. I believe that's true. I believe that is correct. Oh, you guys just see my other tab. Oops, a daisy. Alright, let me make sure. I believe at +1 we outspeed everything, but I can confirm. I can confirm. What are we looking for? Thundo, Mr. Thundurus. Okay, I take it back. We do not outspeed it. At +1, Monka W. Wow, we don't outspeed it. Okay, I take it back. We don't outspeed it. We don't outspeed it at +1. I'm lying to you. I'm a sham. Unsubscribe. Or don't. That'd also be very nice. Anyway, the idea is though, if we're at +1, Thunderbolt's not doing half, so we can Quiver Dance up again, and then we can do some good damage to it. So we don't outspeed it, which, well, I'm an idiot. But at +1, we do 2 KO it, so it can't really switch in if that's nice. Anyway, I wouldn't worry about that. The idea is that in general, we will, if we get to +2, we win the game. We kill everything / we beat everything, with the exception of like Yawn, Umbreon, or something, right? Physically defensive, it just helps us take on all these hits. If Glaceon Terra Waters, that'd be ideal for us, so we can kill it. If not, then it's a little bit of a spam war against Wish and stuff, but that's okay. And if we're set up, you know, +1, +2, or something like this, like Venomoth hits are much easier to take as well, which is nice. But his team's pretty weak to this in general. And he has a lot of mons that are like, I won't say very passive, but like they're not. The threat they pose is in with supportive moves, right? Like Umbreon, I'm just gonna sit here and wish on him. I mean, not wish, QD on him. Even Great Tusk, if for some forsaken reason he is running no Ice Spinner on Tusk, then like I'm just gonna QD. Like it's so good, like it's unbelievably disgustingly good for us, right? I guess technically you could run a rock move, but I don't know why you would risk missing your rock coverage moves, right? Head Smash, Stone Edge, and Rock Slide and stuff. Like, why would we miss these when we can just run Ice Spinner? So, but yeah, overall, this one's pretty good. If I get to +2, we basically win the game. It's really hard. We set up on Bronzong, we set up on Umbreon, we set up on, if it's like Choice Lock Talonflame, then we can like, Choice Lock Brave Bird, we can set up on that. If it's, I don't even know. Like if it's like it's so insane. Like this shit is it does a lot of damage. So that's the Soren set this week. Hopefully she can keep her good showings up. So those are the 4, and then we got, I don't even know, dog. Like we got the Boulder. He's here. The Boulder. Anyway, this week we're running one unique set, mostly because Iron Dread's matchup this week is like, it's weird. So I feel like I have to burn it because its typing and utility is so insanely good, but its individual matchup is like not all that in a big potato chips, right? it's my ground type, so I feel like I should put it against Thundurus, or else I will just get nasty plot swept, or I get Thunder Wave spammed on, which is like not great. It also is like another flying resist, which is actually nice for Talonflame. And it's like a somewhat of a Venomoth switch in, which is nice as well. Yeah, so it also lets me pivot into like Bronzong and stuff nicely. It's not great, but it's okay, right? Anyway, this week we're running max HP, 48 special attack, 80 special defense, and 128 timid nature on speed, Chopple Berry, Earth Power knockoff, Rapid Spin, and Stealth Rocks this week. So this guy basically is just your support. This is what he is. He's just a support mon. We're here to abuse his OP typing. And this is kind of our initial Thundurus switch in. Because, like I said before, we're trying to get Thundurus around, to around 50%, so something like Sailor can come in and revenge kill it. Something as in basically Sailor. The problem is that every time this mon comes in, Great Tusk gets a free switch. Usually, especially if it's leftovers, which is a problem. Because as you guys can see, like if he gets rocks up, it's a little hard to go switch in rocks X Headlong Rush. It's just hard. Hence why we have boots on Soaring now, right? So this is what we're rocking this week, right? This is the vibes. The 48 special attack investment with Earth Power allows us to do 30% to max HP Tusk, which is pretty big deal, honestly. Because I don't think it's sorry, I had a stroke there, as you guys can know. I don't believe he will ever run specially defensive Tusk. That seems asinine to me. It seems stupid. And this guy knows what he's doing, right? So surely he won't do that. So max HP Tusk taking 30% chip is like pretty good. We're also rocking knockoff. So if this wants to be a switch in, it missed the Tusk, which is like totally how it works. That's why this is not OU. Knock him off, you know, do a little bit of damage, take his lefties, take his offensive item, take his helmet, take whatever we want. Like, I think that's super good value. Spin is obviously here. He has no ghost type, so we're just gonna spin. Every time we get a turn, we're gonna spin. And then we have rocks. Rocks is really good because, I mean, not, well, obviously it's just good in general. But if this is gonna be a not stallier game, but a bulkier game, a longer game, Hazards goes a long way, you know what I'm saying? So that's why this is here like this. Back to Thundurus. So Mr. Thundurus. Thundurus, a +2, in theory, kills me with Focus Blast. That's why we have Chopple, so Chopple can live the +2. I also think, like, on Thundurus, if I spin into knockoff, it's very close to putting him in range of Hyper Voice from Sylveon, which is really good. Not to mention it makes Thundurus not a great switch into something like Sora now, so that's really strong. As well. Yeah. But also, just as a thought, I actually think with Chopple, I should be able to spin on Thundurus. Like, if rocks are up and Thundurus comes in, I'll just spin 100% of the time, because he might just U-turn out, right, for example, or maybe he'll nasty plot. If he nasty plots my phase, I'll nasty plot, spin into knock, he's around half HP, then we knock again for more damage, and then we'll go from there. The only other move I think he'll bring to try to hit me would be something like Grass Knot, and Grass Knot does do the same amount of damage Focus Blast does, with when I have Chopple, just because of, like, apparently Iron Treads is that guy, he is that heavy. Feels bad, man. So, I don't think Grass Knot's coming, though. I think it's hard for me to run Sludge Bomb or Grass Knot this week when I have Quilladin on my roster, where, like, Quilladin then walls those moves, right? So, overall, basically, Mr. Treads is just a defensive mon. Yeah, it's just more of a utility defensive role. I don't know. Like, I feel like I have to bring it. I feel like it's so good, but, like, the value is not so crazy like it was previous weeks. And finally, we have Kiara. every week, dog, you see me check. Yeah, it's the same thing. I'm stupid, am I not? Yeah, I'm dumb. Dude, every week I check, and I'm like, did I spell it right? Anyway, it doesn't matter. So, this week, we're running it back with mixed Haxorus. I swear to God this will work. Please bring Tusk. So, we're rocking Dragonclaw, Earthquake, Dracomedia, and Brick Break. 252 attack, so we have a 339 attack that feels good, man. 58 special attack, and we're running just enough speed to outspeed Venomoth. So that's 200 speed with Naive Nature. Okay, we got Draco Plate, Mold Breaker, easy breezy. I swear to God, this week Haxorus will break some walls. I swear to God it will. So we're rocking Dragonclaw, Earthquake, Dracomedia, and Brick Break with Terra Dragon. So I mean, I swear to God this would be useful. If he does not bring Tusk, and I'm just rocking 56 investment for no reason in special attack, I'll be pissed. Okay, so anyway, basically, what you guys need to know is Mr. Haxorus, Dragonclaw, Terra, Dragonclaw, max attack, all that good stuff, 2 KOs, special defensive Umbreon. Fantastic. It also just does a lot of damage. Like, Azumarill is the only thing, obviously, that can take the hit super well. I mean, obviously, Bronzong can, but, like, we have Earthquake for that with Mold Breaker, so that feels fantastic as well. And if Azumarill comes in, we have Quillfish, which gives us a perfect opportunity to get Spike Up, so that's very good for us as well. I'm rocking Dracomedia with a 56 investment Draco Play X Terra Dragon, you know, all the multipliers. Because I'll just tell you guys. I'll do the calc right on here. Basically, what you guys need to know is, max HP Tusk, boom, which is really the calcs I'd be running, because it's pretty hard to tell what Tusk set you're gonna get, because it's such a good mon, right? It's such a flexible mon. What is Dragon? Thank you. 56. So max. Oh, we need. Give me the Draco Plate. And we're running the plate, not the Fame, because Draco Plate. I want to be Arceus. Okay. Okay. So max HP Tusk. Okay. Even if he's max defense, Tusk, this is how the math works out, right? Which I don't think he will be. I don't think he'll be max defense. Like, I think running a Impish Tusk this week is pretty bad. So it's Dragonclaw. Dragonclaw minimum is 34% on max HP Tusk. Fantastic. Next things next, we got the Dracomedia for the follow-up. Okay, the follow-up is 61% minimum. So we have a chance to kill it. With like spikes and rocks up, it's very easy to get this threshold, right? Very easy to get this lethal, which is good. And Haxorus' speed stat is faster than basically his whole team, so that's really good. So that's why we have Draco. I swear to God it will work. I'm kind of sad that I'm kind of using this tech again so soon, but we didn't get to use it, so hopefully it comes back. This does break Tusk. Tusk has a base 131 defense stat, so it's kind of hard to switch into. You know, nothing to our 147 attack stat, but we try our best to win. So I think that's it. I think that's why. I mean, I know that's why we have Dracomedia. It's very good. I think it will be very good. Yeah. And then we have Brick Break. So this last move is kind of cringe. I don't even know what to run. Like, I feel like Poison Jab is good for Azumarill, but I don't really want to stay in on Azumarill. You know what I mean? Like, I have Quillfish, that's why it's here, so I don't really need to do. I don't feel like I have to handle that. First Impression's kind of useless, especially if something like Flap or Terrace, right? Like, it's just not helpful. So then my last move would have been like Close Combat, which would be nice for like Umbreon, but Umbreon gets 2 KO'd by Dragonclaw, so I don't really want to lower my defenses, right? So it's a little hard. I thought about Dragon Dance. It could be Dragon Dance, just because like if I'm Dragon Dancing, Talonflame. I mean, let me check some Talonflame calcs. What's the +1 calc? Calcarino. Sheesh. Anyway, so we have Big Break here, mostly because he has ran screens in the past. I've actually helped him with that. I was like, yo, like I think screens plus bulk up tusk will go crazy on the guy, and it did go crazy on the guy. So I thought it would be pretty disrespectful and pretty cringe to not prep for something I helped him prep with, right? So I thought Big Break would be nice. I also kind of think like, because we're not putting defog, right? It's not defogger, it's a spinner this week. So if you've been screens, I want to be able to handle that. As much as I want to run Dragon Chance as my last move, because I think Dragon Dance's last move is like super shiced. Because that +1 Terra Dragon Club probably kills everything. I don't think it's very. I don't think it's that good. Or sorry, I think it's good. I think it could be capitalized on if he just brings screens, and then he brings screens, and then we lose, and then it's like, wow, I'm a loser. So that's what I got. But that's the team for this week, boys. That's the Wichita Weaviles squad going into week 4 against the Frederick Klefkis. I know this video was like super scuffed and like not great, but it is what it is. Time's a bitch, and I got IRL diffed in my this week for stuff, so my bad. But it is what it is. So I'll see you guys in the video. Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. See you guys in the next video, which will obviously be the battle. Yeah, and see you, I guess. Bye.